Well, we're heading into a fairly quiet weekend entertainment-wise as everyone gets ready to head back to work, but still no shortage of things to do. And here to talk about what we can look forward to in 2026 is Chris Bumbray of JoBlo.com. Happy New Year, Chris.
Happy New Year to you, Caroline.
Good to see you. So let's talk about movies because, we've had several lackluster years at the theaters, but there's a new ComScore report that says that the box office revenue in Canada and the U.S. rose 2% in 2025. So what's going on in theaters?
Well, so there's all kinds of programs that are being kind of instituted to kind of bring people back to the theaters. Over here in Canada, we have the Scene program, right, where you win points every time you buy a ticket, and you can use it to get, deals on admission, deals on tickets. In the US too, it's more almost like Netflix, where you can subscribe to a certain movie theater and go see a certain amount of movies per month. And I think that, they need to kind of start looking outside the box now. While you're right, the box office has shot up a little bit in the last year, it's still down very low compared to the pre-pandemic highs. And it seems like since 2020, everything's just been on a downside, and especially with the windows shrinking, because now movies are out, at homes 28 days later after they open in theaters. And there was reading a new report where Netflix, that they Warner Brothers, is going to shrink the window down to 17 days. But then, you have these indie movie theaters that I like to go to, like Cinema du Parc and Cinema Moderne in Montreal, where it's much more curated. It's a different experience. There's a full bar in both theaters, which always helps, especially if you're going there on a date. And they have a very important policy: no cell phones allowed. In fact, Cinema du Parc has a thing that they use to block cell phone signals in the movie theaters. And then Cinema Moderne, they make a speech before every movie, and they say, please do not use your cell phones, do not use your smartwatches, don't ruin the experience for everyone else.
Love that. Okay, that's great. I hope they all do that. Let's talk about some big films that are coming out, though, and they're shot in unique ways with new technology. What are we expecting?
So one of the big ones that's coming out this year is The Odyssey, which is directed by Christopher Nolan, and it's the first movie to shoot entirely with IMAX cameras. So a lot of really big blockbuster movies have been shooting with IMAX cameras, but usually it's just certain scenes. So if you go see a movie like Sinners in theaters, you'll notice that it expands the aspect ratio. Sometimes it's full IMAX, sometimes it's not. The Odyssey, it's going to be the first time that they're shooting completely with IMAX cameras, which is a very costly procedure, and the cameras are massive. But the IMAX technology has really brought a lot of people into the movie theaters. And of course, IMAX is famously a company from Montreal, so that's something to be proud of, I think.
Absolutely. Okay, most of us, I think, are kind of Christmased out at this point, but for those who are not, you have a suggestion for them as well.
Yes, so some of the Christmas markets are still open, including the Grape Christmas Market downtown. They're both open until Sunday night. I mean, this is a good time to go. There's a lot of deals on. You can buy stuff for the next year. You can buy decorations, and you'll get great bargains on them that you wouldn't have gotten before. Like you said, people are probably all Christmas out at this point, but hey, I mean, let's say you want to get interesting new decorations that were a little bit pricey a couple weeks ago. Well, now they're all being marked down, so it's a great time to go. And hey, if you just love the Christmas season and you want to get a little bit more Christmas in, it's still technically the Christmas holiday until we all go back to work on Monday. So take advantage.
I have to stay away from those, or my husband would probably divorce me, because I am not allowed to bring new Christmas stuff into the house. I'm supposed to get rid of it. Although I have to say, I once bought a Christmas tree after Boxing Day, and we had it for years and years and used it. So, good idea.
That's when you get the deals. It's when you get the deals.
Exactly. I actually dragged that tree out of a store as a closing of my story. But anyway, great to see you, Chris. Have a wonderful start to the year, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you, and happy 2026 to you too, Caroline, and everybody watching.